Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing the first mod on Letitia's new RS3 here. But before we start that, and I'll show you guys what it is, which is right there anyway. Yesterday I managed to fix what was like an exhaust rattle the car had. So it's in the valves, especially on cold start, but basically every time the car's been idling from behind, you'd hear this like metal on metal rattle. I noticed it when she first started up at the dealership when we were picking it up. So after doing some research, it's like a spring inside the valve system, and you just have to pull it out, stretch them a little bit more to create more tension, put them back in. Quite a mission to get all back in together, but that is now fixed. So we'll be able to do a cold start and show you how it sounds now finally, and also do a cold start on my Evo 10 as well, just because we've got to move that out of the way. This is the part that we're fitting today. So it's the Maxton Designs, not sure if you can see that, rear side skirt extension, I guess you'd call it. So we've already got the side skirts on the car, the front lip, and the rear spoiler as well. So these are the only part that it needed. And also the finish on this is actually nice. It just has this sort of protective tape over the top, which you peel off once you're installing. So yeah, I can actually see I already started testing that and peeled back a little bit. So yeah, you can see underneath it's nice gloss black, like the diffuser and the other parts on the car. So yeah, these are just going to sit something like that, and will really flow in nicely with the rest of the car. So I don't really have any instructions or anything. Basically just a generic showing a different car, but we're going to get these on today. So yeah, like I said, I'll start this up, get a cold start on both, and we'll jack the car up and we'll try and get these on, and yeah, it should be a pretty easy one, and I think it's going to look really good. And mine has also got a bad rattle. It's actually the heat shield in the engine bay, which I just need to fix up, but what's annoying is Letitia's Evo 10 always had a better cold start than my Evo, and now I'm sure her RS3 will as well. Yeah, definitely got to fix that rattle. Alright, with that out of the way, start up the RS3 and hear how that sounds. Okay, so we've got the back of the car on jack stands, got the Maxton design piece for this side that needs to go on. So I'm just trying to work out how exactly to go about it. But pretty much if I lay down here, there's kind of not a whole lot of spots it can really go. So I got a little bit the wrong way. So pretty much you've got these little divots, which is clearly where you're going to be drilling. So there's one there, I think you can kind of see, and then one there. And you can see those through on the other side a little bit, except for this middle one's not that obvious, but I think it's where that 8 is, because it's obviously got the like RSV 8V code written on it, and then obviously this back one. So basically putting it on pretty much can only really sit in like the one spot, which I stand back up will be lined up at the front and it's basically where the screws would kind of be able to go through as well. So there's not a whole lot on the inside to the bumper. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just basically line it up like this where it sits, laid it underneath. Got the drill, I got the bits, so all the hardware, washers, bolts. So what I'm going to do is just drill like a little tiny hole to start, see if that all looks good, and then get a bigger drill bit and drill further. But yeah, it's kind of like a fiddlier piece. Like, I'm assuming you could probably put some double-sided tape on, because that's on this outside layer of plastic that has to come off anyway. So you can put some of that on and maybe hold it into place, but then I don't know if that's going to maybe make it sit at a bit of an angle, but I might do that anyway because it'll make it easier, just so I can sit it on with the tape. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So get that on there with the tape, definitely be able to stand above and be like, yep, that's where I want it, and then lay down and drill the holes. So I'm going to get this first one done, make sure that's the right method we're going to go with, and then show you guys how it looks, and then maybe we'll do the second one as well. But one other thing I did forget to mention, which I'm sure you noticed, got the Letitia's custom plates, got you on the car now. So it's all officially transferred into Queensland registration, her plates on it. So yeah, new tyres are going on in a couple of days as well, because fortunately dealership put some cheapo tyres on it, so I'm getting some nice meaty-ish 245 35s on it next week. But yeah, this is the first sort of mod, so let's get it done. Yeah, kind of, there's not much to really do to this car, but I think this is going to really finish off the whole kit, how it has the side and right around, and has the front lip as well, and also the front number plates on. So yeah, I think this is going to really finish it off. So we get some double-sided tape out, play around with it, and get it drilled on and show you guys how it looks. Alright guys, we have drilled our holes and went to start installing, but I'll quickly cover how we sort of did that. So yeah, we ended up getting double-sided tape, just put a little bit here just to hold it basically in place. But realistically, once you're under the car, you can kind of tell, like, it'll sort of sit, you know, in one spot. So you don't want it obviously sitting this end too far inside the guard. You don't want it to, like, you know, sticking out or sticking in. And then this edge here, like, just lay down. You'll basically line up with this shape of the diffuser. So you can see I've got my 3 holes, but once you're under, you can kind of see, once you place the diffuser there, it's just going to line up that edge, and that's where it's going to sit. So the hardware it comes with is here. These bolts are just not long enough for these 2 end pieces. So I ended up going up the road, getting some, I think there was a 50 mil long, so M6 50 mil, still Allen key, so they're the same to fit, same tool and everything. But yeah, we just found that the little hardware it's coming with, going up into these back holes, it just was not making it up far enough, because it's going to go a fair way. It's going to go through the splitter piece, through the diffuser as well, and up through some plastic up into there. So yeah, that's what we have found, and I'm probably going to end up putting a 4th bolt about here, I think, but we're going to get these couple screws through, sort of holding it loosely, and sort of see how it looks, and let you guys know how, whether that was the right method. We did drill basically in the sort of what looked like the markings where they've sort of left. It does come with 8 bolts as well, so I don't know where the extra one's meant to go, so I figured we're going to get the 3 done, and then yeah, just see how it sits. If there's a little gap in the middle, we'll put a 4th bolt there, but yeah, for now I'm just going to get this thing on and see how it looks. And they're on the car. So as you can see, super nice and subtle and flowing with the side skirts. So we ended up doing, yeah, the 4 bolts. So I'll get down under the car so you guys can see. Okay, so this hole that we originally drilled, we did not use because it was too hard to get a bolt up in there and tighten. So that's that's now a dirt drain hole basically. You can see the dirt coming out of there, so we ended up re-drilling here. So then we got 1, 2, and then we put a 4th one in the end, so we just had the one. Yeah, that's tight, it's just the bumper flexing. They're all tight, so yeah. And ended up having this middle one because you could see a little bit of light coming through when you looked. Probably only because the car's up on jack stands, but yeah, we did the 4. In the end, I don't think the sort of what looked like the markers that we thought were for drilling were actually markers, or I don't know. The fact that the bolts weren't long enough as well, I feel like maybe they're just sort of, it's generic, but pretty much you just drill wherever. I feel like just line, like I said, the lines up of the diffuser with the splitter, line up the back here so it's not sticking out too far, and yeah, you're good to go. So super easy. Got both on as well. So there's the one side and the other. So I'm going to put the car back down on the ground now, and we'll give you guys a look at a full walk around of how the whole kit flows together. Okay, so we've got the Maxton rear extensions all fitted up. Thought I'd take the car for a little drive to be able, you know, get a bit more room to walk around and show you guys. But I just wanted to start here where you can sort of see the whole kit. Not sure if you'll be able to see it on camera. I'm looking through a tiny little camera screen, but in person, I can see that, well, there it is. That rear, it just perfectly flows along the car now. Before there was no, sort of in the back corner, there was no black you could see there. Obviously the very back of the diffuser was black, but there wasn't that little piece sticking down. It really just, it needed it. As soon as we put it on, we're like, yeah, that finishes that sort of bottom lip kit off. See, obviously the front, the sides, even like the black mirrors and the black panoramic roof and stuff, super dark window tints on it. But then as you come around now, you've got that back corner in black. And then as you get around to the very back, obviously the factory diffuser, and then this little splitter, spoiler as well. Black badges and the number plates and everything. So the car is flowing super nice now. Very, very happy with how it's looking. And with that exhaust that we fixed yesterday, which probably should have done a video on it because I'm sure it'd be helpful. And it seems to be a very common issue, but it was so fiddly and it was quite a mission to get those springs back in. Actually had to get a hand off a friend to get the other spring back in. I got this side done, and then I went to do this one, which was the worst rattling one, and I could not get that spring back in for the life of me. But yeah, now that that's done, the car is sounding just so nice compared to what it was. It was mainly on idle and like driving into a parking spot or garage or something. You just hear this metal on metal sound. It was terrible. So now that's fixed, and now these rear extensions are on. The car is looking and sounding just perfect. It's a little bit filthy at the moment, as this is Letitia's daily now, so it gets a little bit dirty during the week, but I will probably give it a wash when I get home now. But yeah, I thought I'd do a little quick explanation because I realized the way YouTube works, people don't often get notified of new videos. So potentially there's a lot of people who didn't see my last video that we picked this RS3 up. So if you've been watching for a few years or for any amount of time, all I've ever filmed is pretty much Evo 10 content. And now Letitia has picked up this as her replacement to Evo 10. So yeah, she's got the Evo 10 still, putting it up for sale very soon. Did a video sort of announcing that we're selling it, but haven't actually put it up yet. That'll happen very soon. There's like some motorbikes racing around me. Not sure if you guys can hear that, but it's super loud. But yeah, so this is the new car. There will be still Evo 10 content, but it'll be on my black Evo 10. The red one is going, sad as it is, but this was a worthy upgrade, I think. More suited to her driving needs. I have a work van for my new business, so I'm driving now the work van instead of my Evo 10. She had CX-5 as the daily, and then her Evo 10, and it was just like, the Evo 10 was just sitting there. I thought she doesn't want a daily the Evo 10, she wanted something a little bit more modern and comfortable. And then it's like, why have two cars when you could have sort of one car that would do both? So that's how she's ended up with this, and she's absolutely loving it, as am I, because I get to drive it now as well, and I've always loved these things. So yeah, if you guys are new to the channel and you never would have seen my previous content because obviously you went into Evo 10s, then now you're into RS3, so this video's popped up in your suggested feed, then welcome, feel free to stick around. I will have regular Evo 10 and RS3 content, so pick and choose what you want to watch. And for you subscribers who've been around for a long time who like the Evo 10 stuff, don't worry, I still have my black Evo. It's getting dialed in, basically, my new number plates, and it's getting better and better and better and better. Just less videos to do on it because it's just little things now that I'm finishing off on it. But I've still got other feature cars I want to do and cruises we go on, so there'll still be Evo 10 content. There'll also be RS3 content, so hopefully you guys are keen to still stick around. But either way, I'm rambling now, getting the video there. So thanks for watching. I'll have a link in the description to these Maxton rear extensions. Hopefully anyone who wanted to install these found this video helpful. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, if it is the weekend when you're watching this. But with all that said, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.